The story of one of the greatest fighters in the world's premier promotion. Jon Jones was born on July 19, 1987, in Rochester, New York, to a nurse and a pastor. His brothers, Arthur and Chandler, became professional American football players. In his youth, Jon also played football as a defensive lineman. Because of his skinny build, his coach nicknamed him Bones, a name that would stick with him for the rest of his life. Jon also had an older sister who passed away from a brain tumor at the age of 17. In October 2025, it was reported that Jon's older brother Arthur had died. The Super Bowl champion had been struggling with various health problems in recent years and passed away at the age of 39. Jon's father was a local champion in Greco-Roman wrestling and taught some wrestling skills to his sons. However, he initially opposed Jon's pursuit of a professional fighting career, hoping instead that his son would follow in his footsteps and become a pastor. Jones excelled in wrestling during his school years, winning local tournaments, and later enrolled in college to study law. There he met future MMA fighters Joe Soto and Colby Covington, and began training in mixed martial arts. Career beginnings. Jones dropped out of college to pursue MMA and made his professional debut on April 12, 2008. He won his first 5 fights, 4 of them in the first round. His 6th win came just 3 months later, a technical knockout victory over Moises Gabin in the second round, earning him the USKBA Light Heavyweight Championship. Such impressive results caught the attention of the UFC, which quickly signed him. His debut took place on August 9, 2008, against Andre Gusmao at UFC 87 in Minneapolis. Jones won that fight by unanimous decision, and did the same against Stephan Bonnar in January 2009. In July, he submitted Jake O'Brien at the milestone UFC 100 event in Las Vegas. On December 5, 2009, Jones suffered his first and only loss in MMA. A disqualification for illegal elbow strikes in a bout with Matt Hamill at the Ultimate Finale 10 in Las Vegas. In 2024, the Association of Boxing Commissions and the Mixed Martial Arts Committee announced the abolition of the controversial 12-6 elbow rule that had led to Jones' disqualification. UFC President Dana White expressed his intention to have the loss overturned, calling the ref defeated Brandon Vera by first-round TKO, then Vladimir Matyushenko in August, earning a shot at the title, which came just a month and a half later. UFC champion and suspension. On March 19, 2011, Jones defeated Mauricio "Shogun" Rua by TKO in the main event of UFC 128 in Newark, becoming the UFC light heavyweight champion. At 23, he set a record as the youngest champion in the promotion's history. This victory marked the beginning of a long era of dominance. Jones successfully defended his title against Quinton "Rampage" Jackson, UFC 135, September 2011, Lyoto Machida, UFC 140, December 2011, Rashad Evans, UFC 145, April 2012, Vitor Belfort, UFC 152, September 2012, Chael Sonnen, UFC 159, April 2013, Alexander Gustafsson, UFC 165, September 2013, Fight of the Year, Glover Teixeira, UFC 172, April 2014, and Daniel Cormier, UFC 182, January 2015. In April 2015, Jones was involved in a car accident. Intoxicated, he crashed into a vehicle driven by a pregnant woman who injured her arm. Jones fled the scene. Marijuana was later found in his car. He was suspended by the UFC pending trial. Jones received 18 months of probation and 72 hours of community service, including a commitment to give lectures to children to avoid prison time. Dana White traveled to Albuquerque to support him during the trial but, under UFC rules, stripped him of the title and initially vowed never to let him fight again. White later changed his stance. During Jones' suspension, Cormier replaced him at UFC 187 in May and won the vacant championship. Doping suspensions. Jones was reinstated in October 2015 and scheduled to face Cormier in a rematch at UFC 197 in April 2016. However, Cormier withdrew due to injury, and Ovince St. Preux stepped in. Jones defeated St. Preux by unanimous decision, claiming the interim title. A rematch with Cormier was rescheduled for UFC 200 in July 2016, but just 3 days before the fight, Jones was pulled from the event after testing positive for banned substances. USADA later revealed his sample contained anti-estrogen agents clomiphene and letrozole. Jones denied intentional use. On November 7, 2016, USADA handed him a 1-year suspension. On July 29, 2017, Jones returned to the octagon and finally fought Cormier again at UFC 214 in Anaheim, winning by knockout in the 3rd round. But on August 22, it was revealed that he had once again tested positive, this time for the steroid turinabol. His win was overturned, and he was stripped of the title again. Although the suspension could have lasted 4 years, it was reduced to 18 months due to Jones' cooperation with anti-doping authorities. Arbitrators led by Richard McLaren further reduced the sentence by 3 months in recognition of his admission of guilt. Return to UFC and heavyweight title. On December 30, 2018, Jones returned at UFC 232 in Los Angeles, defeating Alexander Gustafsson by knockout to reclaim the vacant light heavyweight title. He went on to defend it against Anthony Smith, UFC 235, March 2019, Thiago Santos, UFC 239, July 2019, and Dominic Reyes, UFC 247, February 2020. All 3 fights went the distance, and his performances became increasingly cautious, sparking debate among fans and analysts. By mid-2020, Jones announced he saw no worthy challengers left in his division. He vacated the title and began preparing to move up to heavyweight. After 3 years of training, Jones faced Cyril Gane at UFC 285 in Las Vegas on March 4, 2023. He won via guillotine choke in the 1st round, capturing the vacant heavyweight championship. Despite a long layoff and inactivity through late 2024, Dana White repeatedly called Jones the best fighter on the planet. Right now, Jon Jones is the best fighter in the world, period. If you think someone like Islam Makhachev or Alex Pereira deserves that spot instead, you don't understand fighting. Muhammad Ali didn't change weight classes after 3 years away, Jon did, and he came back even better. That's undeniable," said White in August 2024. Retirement. For months, the UFC had been working to organize a fight between Jones and Tom Aspinall. In May 2025, Dana White confirmed the bout would happen. But in June, the 37-year-old Jones announced his retirement, and Aspinall was recognized as the undisputed heavyweight champion. "Jon called us last night to let us know his decision. He's officially done. Aspinall is the new champion," White told reporters after UFC Baku on June 22. "Experienced incredible highs and difficult lows, but every challenge has taught me something and made me stronger, as a fighter and as a man. Thank you to the UFC, to Dana, Hunter, Lorenzo, God, my family, coaches, teammates, and fans. Your faith in me has been my foundation. Thank you to every opponent who pushed me to be my best and for the respect we shared inside and outside the cage. As I close this chapter, I look forward to new challenges and opportunities. MMA will always be a part of me, and I'm excited to keep contributing to this sport and inspiring others in new ways. The best is yet to come." Later, Jones added, "I'm just in shock right now. Love you guys. Thank you." Legal troubles. In addition to the 2015 incident, Jones was twice charged with driving under the influence. In 2019, he was accused of assaulting a waitress at a strip club, and 2 years later, arrested for domestic violence against his fiancée. In 2024, he was charged with assaulting a drug testing officer. At the same time, Jones also performed good deeds. In 2011, he chased down and restrained a thief who had smashed a car window and stolen a GPS device from an elderly couple, holding the man until police arrived. Coinciding with news of his retirement in June 2025, police opened a new investigation against him for allegedly leaving the scene of a minor car accident that occurred in February. No one was injured, and Jones' lawyer denied the allegations, stating his client was not in the vehicle involved. Earnings: Jones earned $7 million for his fight against Cyril Gane. He stated that his next bout, against Stipe Miocic, would have earned him $15 million. Personal life: Jones has been in a relationship with Jessie Moses since high school. The couple has 4 daughters. They separated after the 2021 domestic violence incident but later reconciled. In the summer of 2024, it was revealed that Jones also has a son, for whom he shares joint custody with the child's mother.
By submission due to a guillotine choke, and now UFC heavyweight undisputed champion of the world,